What? I've never seen those before. Wow. Well, we have a nightmares tonight, gamers. We have a nightmares tonight. You generally do not find them disturbing? Yo, Fall, welcome in, dude. Thank you for the 15 months, bro.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Oh, you just missed a really creepy kids show that this fucking game has. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Ella. Audio only is that is a terrible fucking way to experience what just happened. We go to the bathroom. You saw the tail end of it? Oh, that was the worst part. Over there. Wait, wait, you ready? Oh, I wasn't... Okay, hang on. Nah, it's too late now. There is a sound effect there that is the single best sound effect in the entire game. It's just a really satisfying thunk. I want to make it a sound effect so that you guys can thunk me whenever you want. Well, that sounded sexier than I intended it to. Book Club, Samson. Oh. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I usually don't read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech, and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers-and-guns spaceship hippies or badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. So that was page 2 of 5. I wonder if there's like... I wonder if you get to read every character's opinion on the book. That would be very cool.
Power.
And here's the floppy disk we were just learning about. That gives us the ability to launch things in our mind. Access room 1. But Fall, how have you been, man? It's been real nice seeing you back live again. Well, there's no... I mean, we can probably just come back here after we clear this out, can't we?
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
So the astral plane, as we can see, the very important symbol of the inverted triangle there. So the board exists within the astral plane, which means they are cognitive entities rather than physical entities. Starting a new job in a month, so once I start, I won't be streaming at all, really. Hope you've been well. Oh, man! Oh, fuck, I just skipped that fucking cutscene. Oh, that's not a massively important cutscene. But I have been, man. I've been really, really well. Floppy disk. Containment procedure. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. This is object of power 5-KE, by the way. Description / power utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it in a short distance. See Dr. Darling Presentation 11.15 for more information, which we have already seen. The object is currently bound to Redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA, the diskette contains launch codes to Redacted missiles, believed to be reserved for the use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. When bound? Yo, what's up, Shorts? Wait, bound as in the... Are you asking me when I'm going to play the game Bound? Because I love that game. It's real pretty. I also did not know there was an enemy up here. We're going to take the long way back just to make sure I didn't miss any pickups. Doesn't look like I did. Alright, Hiss Demolition Expert. Bind the... Oh, yo. Hiss Demolition Expert. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specifically built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track entities. Once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still, too many unknowns. Refer to file redacted for full report. Okay, that's also new to us. Hiss Rangers. The Ranger are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. That's the shield that I need to use a telekinetic ability to break through, so either launch or a melee attack. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree, or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file redacted for more info.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Looks like we've just got a crate in here. Just going to give us material, nothing more. I've never noticed how omnipresent the chanting from the levitational guys is. Like, it really is just, like, super present all the time. Don't read confidential correspondence. It's not just rude, it's illegal. Oh, here's some more information on the Willow AWE that we learnt about earlier. This is the one that involved the scissors. Re-information campaign summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redacted. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. So, interesting thing about that. Tomasi refused to wear an HRA, a Hadron Resonance Amplifier. So that's what protected the team against the Hiss. It's like the weird little chest thing that half of them have on. Which makes me think he would be an anti-vaxxer. And the anti-vaxxers I know very rarely believe in global warming. But clearly he does believe in global warming. So I wonder what his reason was for not wearing an HRA. Yo, clubs, we love that. We love that. Well, now you can learn the batshit story of the Control campaign. If you so wish, anyway. Nothing in here for us. I did not even know this had an upstairs. Oh, that's locked. Oh, clearance level 1. I didn't know you could get that in multiple locations.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently.
I go. I wonder if I can just play this while I'm running around.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below him. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back. While staying at the Chili Pines Motel.
That was a good story, Quincy Reagan. That was a good story. I keep seeing things lit up, and it's like, ooh, can I interact with that? No. Sounds like the intro to a Death Grip song. Alright, so we've got a control point here. Oh, there's some bathrooms back there too. I'll check the bathrooms super quick. Doesn't look like anything of import. Nothing down there. Alright, this is the direction that we came from. Alright, cool. Can I still pick up the second? I can. I can pick up both security levels.
This must open the door.
Alright. Let's go say hey to Tomasi. This is head of communications, the guy who refused to wear an HRA. I would happily discuss Diablo lore with you, Club, on any other stream, but forgive me for not partaking today, because we play in a different game. We doing lore for a different game. And I don't want to muddy the Control lore with Diablo lore, you know, because they're so similar. This is the same room we just came in through. Did I check upstairs? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Lockdown distinctions. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events. Remember, we are experiencing both an internal and an external lockdown right now. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override in maintenance. Once the director is satisfied the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell, I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? So this is to Tomasi from Marshall. Well, I'm very excited to discuss it with you once you learn more, Club, because I'm a big Diablo fan. Although I will not be playing 4. Much to my own disgust. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this room before. Come on. I turned the audio up so I could hear the radio program. And now it's like way too loud. Coleman, come back here. Whoa. There we go. Turn the volume down a bit. All right, we got another one. Data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users. Patrick Strugens, I'm gonna fucking butcher these names, Rubens Nogueira, Arto Kolumaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, I can pronounce that one, Jarko Saarinen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. And now we have Hiss Elevated as well, so this is what Tomasi was. I still just call the enemies by their boss name, so I will continue to refer to them as Tomasi motherfuckers, but their official name is the Hiss Elevated. Hiss Elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss. Elevated due to their own talent in the area. Have proven ineffective against the Hiss Elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss Elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent and paranatural abilities in the individuals it corrupts. Please refer to Redacted for full report. I don't think there is anything else in here. What do the computers say? Network disconnected. Okay. So we have no access to the internet. Oh, this game really is a horror game. Where is there it is. I was gonna say, where is the door? Okay, so this is all that was up here. Tell you what, I'm gonna have fun going through every collectible I've picked up. I've got a checklist that I've made in Excel for all this missions and all the collectibles. I'm gonna have so much fun going through that checklist and ticking off things as I go. We're gonna have to play a game at the end to try and guess how many collectibles I picked up. We might check up a prediction to see how many I picked up during the stream. Tea time. Hey Malcolm, yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you in the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday, Jim. So Tennyson report, I feel like that's going to be relevant. And it doesn't really look like we've got much else. All right, we're going up. I love the fact that I've only just beaten Tomasi, and I've normally beaten the entire game by this point.
All right, take this down. The situation.
Wow, Tomasi's voice is not at all what I expected.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was...
So we did read about Havana. That was the Altered World event with the cowboy boot that caused, like, vibrations and humming in the ears of those around it.
Caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier than... Hey, are you still recording this?
That gives me Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 vibes, where the...
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms. Issue date 2016, October 21st. Expiry 2019, October 21.
The hiss got him.
Oh. More materials. And another collectible. Is this Butte or Butt? I'm going to call it Butt. So this is Altered World event number 17, which happened on the 23rd of September, 1992. I would have just been 7 months old. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butt, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Butt-E? Just calling it Butt. Bureau agents arrived in the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted, days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in Butt's home disappeared. The light switch cord in Butt's home. Fuck, what? The light switch cord in the Butt home's closet disappeared during this incident. But we know where it is, because we're on our way there now.
The hotline can't be far now.
Also, I love the fact that they were exploring an unexplored part of the house, like of the building, when, remember that this whole thing has been happening since 1964, right? The Bureau was founded and the oldest house was established in 1964. That happened in 1992. So that was 28 years later, and they were still exploring undiscovered parts of the building. So cool. Oh, there's one over there. Yeah, Gen 4 sucks, Mila. I am fucking right there with you on that. But AWE 17. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butt Hotel to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual, see file MOT-01. And the key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butt have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butt home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypothesis center on the Butt AWE as a redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more details. So we're going to talk a lot about the Ocean View Motel and Casino when we get there too. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. We've got Director Trench logging in twice, then Bill Everett, the custodian, checking in. 2 more from Director Trench, 1 more from Bill Everett, 3 more from Director Trench, 1 more from Bill Everett, 1 from Director Trench, 1 from Bill Everett, and then 1 from Carol Bishop. So, between the 12th of the 10th, 2019, our custodian changed. And our custodian is now Artie. So, at some point, the custodians either quit or go missing. And what do we have here? A light switch.
Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
And this sign here says, Notice, Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst, the light switch. The law of 3 applies. So what do we do? 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. Have we been here before?
Okay, so this room, this building.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across
Wait
the
for Jesse to
country,
finish
on
talking.
The road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
So, the 2 most important rooms are this one here, which leads back to control, and this one here with the spiral, right? Remember that room. We're going to talk about that room later. We're going to ring this 3 times. Well, let's ring it once first. We go in here. Nothing of interest. We're going to ring it, and then the second door is going to open down there. Then we're going to go down there. And there's nothing. So we don't actually have to enter these rooms. I'm just checking them to make sure there's no collectibles. We ring it a 3rd time. The 3rd door opens. We pick up the keys.
There's a black pyramid on it.
And have a look at this door here as well. 223. All right? Nothing on the floor. That's going to change soon. We open up this door. We go back in. 1, 2, 3. And we're where we were, but now we have access to the hotline chamber. Okay, I thought there was a lot more to that cutscene than there was. So now we're back in the astral plane. Sorry. I'm just going to do speedrun strats through here. There's just not really anything outside of the hiss balls, which are these enemies here. There's nothing super exciting about this part. Not until we get to the final cutscene anyway. God damn, those reflections look nice. You're going to hear me talk about these reflections all run. Because I'm just not used to seeing the game looking this pretty. I hope it comes across on stream properly, because god damn, it looks good.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Hey, Jesse, excuse me. I'm trying to make dramatic sounds.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Bum, bum, bum. Now, we just picked up a whole bunch of collectibles. And I mean a whole bunch. Like, we've got one there. 2 there. And like... Oh, wait, no, we've already seen all those. Yeah, we've already seen all those. All right. But... Damn it. I shouldn't have gone in there. All right, it's just hotline. Actually, no, we've already played those as well. So actually, we only got one. Let's read this one before I take a break. Hotline. The object of power 3-UE. Containment procedure. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Description/para utility. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted, but we do know that that says board. If used by anyone other than director, the object will cause lethal blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. Wait, is that the one that we just watched? Multimedia. 11.6. Yeah, cool.
Ring, ring.
Oh, wait. Hang on. No, that is new. Oh, so we haven't seen these all yet. All right, we'll watch 11.6. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board.
Okay, so we've seen the rest of that. So ours just started with, it is a phone. Right? I think it did anyway. Regardless. We've read all those. We've read all those. We've read all those. Yep. Yep. Cool. I was just about to quit the menu. That's speedrun tech. We're not doing speedrun tech. This room always makes me think of the Cerebro room from the X-Men movies. That's not lore. That's just me really liking the X-Men movies. You know, I probably could have just quit the menu there. No, we're going to experience the game. I'm not going to do speedrun tech. Also, we want to be able to level up properly, so... Oh, yeah, good call. The volcano room in The Incredibles. Good reference. Good reference. Where did that other one just go? Hello? Oh, I hear him. I hear him. He's shooting a rocket at me from somewhere. There he is. We're in the clear. Alright, so we're going to fast travel back to Central Exec.